News this morning, the fate of the Parkland school shooter will soon be in the hands of a jury. We are live from the Broward County Courthouse with more with what we could expect in just a few hours.
Plus, the deadline to register to vote for some of the biggest races in our state is fast approaching.
Yeah, we'll tell you what you need to do right now to make sure your voice is heard and how you can be a part of the only planned debate in the race for governor, hosted exclusively by CBS 12.
And our skies are mostly dry this morning, but it's incredibly humid outside. I'm going to let you know when drier and more comfortable air could move back in.
It's a new day. This is CBS 12 News This Morning.
Hey, good morning, everybody. I'm Matt Lincoln.
And I'm Stephanie Valderrama in for Sam Kerrigan this morning. I saw Lauren drinking her coffee. What a great morning to just wake up and drink your coffee.
Cup number two already? Lauren, it's 6:02, Lauren.
I've been awake for several hours at this point, Matthew. We're going to have a third because I'm on the noon today. Maybe a fourth.
Who's to say?
Who's to say there's not going to be a fifth? You don't know. Let's look outside right now. The airport camera looking nice. We've got a couple of showers that have been moving onshore near Stewart this morning. Most areas, though, are waking up dry. The rain chance is going to increase. It actually drops a little bit today, but tomorrow and then again on Thursday, the rain chance goes up. I think Thursday is our rainiest day of the week. Could get a little cloudy out there as well. There's a front boundary approaching, and before it gets here, there's tons of moisture coming in. That's going to help to promote some rainfall outside. Between now and the end of our week, I think we'll see anywhere from about a half an inch to an inch of rainfall. Again, most of that falling for us on Thursday. More on the rest of your week, and the tropics is ahead. Matt and Stephanie.
All right, Lauren, thank you. Taking a look at our roads on time traffic and West Palm Beach to Jupiter. It's a 16-minute drive. That is normal for this time of a day on a Tuesday. No issues out there right now.
Well, in just hours, closing arguments will start in the sentencing trial of the Parkland school shooter.
Yeah, this comes after months of gut-wrenching testimony, graphic video evidence, and even a jury visit to the scene of the massacre.
And the jury will recommend to a judge whether Nikolas Cruz should get the death penalty for killing 17 people at Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School. CBS 12's Kara Duffy has been following every step of this case.
And she's joining us live now from the Broward County Courthouse in Fort Lauderdale. Kara, what can we expect today?
Well, Matt, Stephanie, today does bring us one step closer to finally learning the fate of Nikolas Cruz. The jury, as you mentioned, will eventually be deciding whether to recommend a sentence of life in prison or the death penalty for Nick Cruz. Now, today is going to start off with attorneys from both sides doing their closing arguments. They are expected to take about 2.5 hours each. The judge will then go through 90 pages of jury instructions. Now, think of this as a roadmap for jurors. It's going to explain how they must consider each and every one of the charges individually, those being 17 counts of murder and 17 counts of attempted murder. Keep in mind, Cruz already pled guilty to those charges, so the jury must now weigh the aggravating factors that the prosecution has presented versus the mitigating factors that the defense would like them to consider. Now, for months, prosecutors have tried to prove that Cruz knew exactly what he was doing when he planned and carried out the mass shooting, while Cruz's defense team claims that his birth mother drank heavily while pregnant, causing brain dysfunctions that eventually led to his violent outbursts. There is a chance that the jury could begin deliberations today, but it'll likely begin tomorrow. Now, once the jury does begin the deliberation process, they will be sequestered at a hotel. Again, Matt and Stephanie, the decision here will have to be unanimous, so all of the jurors must agree on the decision in order to recommend the death penalty. If not, he would be sentenced to life in prison.
Thank you so much, Kara. CBS 12 News is following every step of this trial as it does come to an end. Make sure you download the CBS 12 News app for the latest developments of what is happening inside the courtroom.
Well, it's 6:05 now, and today is the last day to register to vote before the November elections. This applies to all new Florida residents and anyone who just turned 18. At stake are the highly watched races for governor and Senate, along with school board races. You can register online at registertovoteflorida.gov. All you need is your Florida driver's license and the last 4 digits of your social security number. Also, keep in mind important dates coming up ahead of the general election. Early voting at your assigned polling location begins on October 24th, and the deadline to request a vote by mail-in ballot is October 29th. You must return your ballot by Election Day, which is November 8th.
Less than 2 weeks from now, CBS 12 News is hosting the only planned debate in the race for governor. We decided to reschedule the debate due to ongoing recovery efforts from Hurricane Ian. So here's what you need to know. The new date for that debate between Governor DeSantis and challenger Charlie Crist is Monday, October 24th at the Sunrise Theater in Fort Pierce. In a statement following the rescheduled date, Crist said, quote, "This debate is important. Florida voters deserve a chance to hear from both candidates in the race to determine who will lead our state for the next 4 years. And you can be part of this debate, moderated by our Liz Girantes. You can submit questions that you would like the candidates to answer that night. Matt has a website pulled up to show you how to do it.
Yeah, this is a great opportunity for you to hear what you want the gubernatorial candidates to hear. You go to our website right here, FloridaDebate2022.com. We have a countdown counting down to the debate. Also, you can watch the debate right here online if you'd like. It is being broadcast all over the state of Florida. And then here at the bottom, your viewer questions. You put in your name, email, where you're from, and the question that you have for the gubernatorial candidates. And if your question is picked, Liz Girantes will ask it on the night of the debate. Just go to FloridaDebate2022.com.
We could expect the candidates to address the Southwest Coast recovery efforts from Hurricane Ian at that debate. Right now, thousands of desperate residents are still waiting for help to start the rebuilding process. FEMA funding will bring some relief, but insurance companies may not cover all of the costs. Only about 18% of Florida homes have flood insurance, and homeowners already pay the highest premiums, nearing 3 times the national average for property insurance. State lawmakers say one of the problems is 80% of the property insurance claims come from Florida. This despite only representing 8% of the nation's insurance claims, driving insurance companies out or into bankruptcy. Officials say insurance companies have already paid more than $207 million in claims from the storm.
Right now, staff members at the Kings Point Senior Community in Delray Beach are helping people whose homes were damaged by an EF2 tornado. FEMA survivor specialists toured the area and officially declared it a disaster area as Hurricane Ian moved through the state. This allows people to apply for housing assistance to help pay for a place to stay or for home repairs not covered by insurance. An attorney with Kings Point says county leaders and state lawmakers teamed up to get this federal aid.
Loans or grants for rebuilding the apartments, for getting a car, for paying for temporary shelter, so that these people who lived in the 58 units will have shelter and support.
You hear him say 58 units, 58 people that are right now do not have a home. Residents who are taken to temporary shelters like Fountain View in West Palm Beach can now extend their stay as they wait for their homes to be rebuilt. To apply for help, all you have to do is visit disasterassistance.gov or call the number on your screen. You have to fill out information including your name, your social security number, and your list of damages and losses.
Well, today, the town of Jupiter will meet to talk about making changes to an ordinance to make sure construction sites are secured in the event of tropical storms or hurricanes. Now, town leaders are requesting that construction materials like roof tiles and debris be stored or removed from the sites. If there is a violation, the town will bill the property owner for all expenses by the town to secure those supplies. The first reading of that new ordinance starts today at 3.
And the city of Boca Raton is partnering with the Boca Blue Benevolent Association to collect supplies to send out to Hurricane Ian victims and first responders next week. Starting today, they are collecting supplies including toiletries, diapers, clothes, and first aid kits. You can drop off the items on the locations you see on your screen starting at 8 this morning.
Well, still ahead on the CBS 12 News this morning, the DeSantis administration facing yet another lawsuit accused of withholding records over migrant flights. Ahead, what the group behind the lawsuit is requesting.
And the Dolphins down 2 quarterbacks because of head injuries, but there are a lot of questions this morning about whether or not the NFL's new concussion protocol worked correctly. Next, we'll tell you how Teddy Bridgewater is doing today after he was taken out after the first play on Sunday. And don't forget, CBS 12 is your home for 2 big games this Sunday. The Ravens take on the surprising Giants at 1 o'clock, and then it's a rematch of one of the best playoff games we've ever seen. Bills, Chiefs, 4:25 Sunday right here on CBS 12 News.